Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to All Force E-Learning, English 6th grade, session 2. In the session 1, we discussed the important chapter, Unit 1, A reading, that is Peace and Harmony. In the discussion, paragraph-wise, we all could understand what each paragraph was suggesting, what each paragraph was speaking, and you could very clearly understand the animal kingdom. Now, I want to show you, I want to picturize the same before you. This is the textbook that you people have to possess in fact. This is the prescribed textbook for you, and on the very first page of this chapter, you can see this picture. This is the animal kingdom. In fact, all the animals before the jackals attack, how they live harmoniously is clearly seen here. And if you can just further see, and this particular class is about the exercises that are followed by, right? Here you see, he is the person Sadhu. Originally the moon has come, and he was the chief guest. In fact, I call that he was the chief guest for the musical evenings that was celebrated by all the animals. And in fact, when all these animals were in trouble, the same moon has come in the disguise of Sadhu and was trying to rescue all the animals from the clutches of jackal. And this point was discussed in the last session. Now, let us look at the exercises whatever we have here. Right? So, if we look at the exercises of the textbook, followed by, the very first thing we people have to focus is glossary. Glossary, the meanings of the words according to the text is glossary. And on the other day, gymnastics was the word, property, woe, harmony, unanimously, bloat. In the first session, all these words were discussed, along with the meanings, and even the synonyms also were discussed very clearly. Right? So, if you go to the page 7 of the text, right, you can see some of the questions. These were the questions that are there. In fact, the state board exams, whatever they provide and whatever they ask, it's in the form of comprehension passage. A text would be picked from the textbook, and they will be posing the question, they will be framing the questions. Right? So these questions are to understand the chapter, in fact, clearly. And go to the second part. This is read the following paragraph and analyze it in terms of cause and effect or consequence. One has been done for you. And dear students, please remember, any of the exercises that are provided after the text, after the chapter, these are meant to recap the text once again. Of course, they provide you under the various headings, maybe vocabulary equal, maybe grammar equal, maybe writing equal, any of these it may be. But ultimate purpose of providing these exercises is, right, like from the two edges we can think. One edge is recapping, or like we can understand that understanding the same text once again is one step. And the other consequence or other edge you can see here, that is understanding the text from the grammar point of view. Okay. Now here if you see, this particular paragraph is before you, cause and consequence. I repeat, cause and consequence. If you look at cause from the text, all the animals in the forest were friendly. Fine. What happened then? As they were friendly, jackal could not eat any animal. As you all know, when all the animals are together with a bonding, harmony, can any other alien or can any other animal come and attack them? It would be quite impossible. The same thing happened for the jackal here. Then the question is, here he was asking us to identify some more sentences. Right? Let us see in the form of, right, the PPT you can understand. Right. Let's see the answers for the first part now. So, students, stay focused here. This is of All Force High School, as I was giving you the introduction. Right. So 6. Right. This is the question on page number 7. You can see. Got it? Then, what can be the answers? The probable answers you see here. Yeah, very clear. The cause. The first cause is here and its consequence is here. That's mentioned in the textbook. Other than that, can we see something else? Other than that, can we trace out or can we take out some more examples? Of course, we can. All the animals in the forest were friendly. First thing, right? Because this is taken from the same paragraph. I repeat, this is taken from the same paragraph that is given in the text. Right? All the animals in the forest were friendly. Consequence was the jackal could not eat any animal. Third one, you see, no musical evenings were there. If that is the cause, then what can be the consequence? If there are no musical evenings, you all know very well on the in the session 1 also we were discussing, right? Lifeless jungle. Lifeless jungle in the sense, life in the forest became very dull. Then you see the last one, animals requested the sadhu for help. Okay, if this is the cause, what was the result of this? Sadhu solved the problems by talking to animals and birds. See, these are some probable sentences that we can pick as causes, and these are all the consequences. I repeat, dear students, in this session 2, all the exercise, right, whatever we have, the exercise grammar bits, vocabulary bits, we are discussing now in this class now. Okay? Right. So go to the next slide here. If you look at this slide on the screen, rearrange the following sentences in the order of their occurrence in the story. Please stay focused. If you all have the textbook, you can open the textbook and even check these. Right? And if you were understanding, if you were paying a lot of attention, very good, right? Attention to the story of the session 1, then tracking this is very easy. Because all the 12 sentences are given to us here. From these 12 sentences, right, these have been given as shuffled sentences. We have to rearrange. Now we look at these sentences. The animals and the birds requested the moon to help them. Can it be the first sentence? Think once. Never. Right? So where about? The moon came in the form of a sadhu. This was almost, right, after half of the story. The jackal created an unfriendly atmosphere. Can it be? So how can you think of the entrance of jackal now here? Then the peace and harmony in the forest was disturbed. No, not that. Initially it's not disturbed. They were all with harmonious relationship, if you all remember. The jackal in the forest cannot be. Right? And here next one you see probably the jackal did not like this. Sadhu talked to, they often had. What can be? What can be? What can be? Right? Look at all these sentences. I repeat, look at all these sentences now which is there. The animals and the birds were living happily together. Can't we think of this once? Please think of this 11th sentence. 11th sentence can be chosen as the very first sentence. Why? Because it was very clear in the very first session discussion. Got it? See. This is the list of the answers. The animals and the birds were living happily together. So when the story started, that was the introduction, what we discussed in the first session. Then what happened? See, please notice one thing dear. I have given you the numbers. According to the numbers they provided in the textbook. They provided that particular first sentence as the 11th number. 11th sentence. But I have taken it as the first one because according to the story I am constructing this. Okay, so whatever the shuffled sentences are there, so we have to reorganize them, rearrange them. The same thing is done here. Okay, now they often held musical evenings. The jackal entered the forest, created an unfriendly environment. Then 10th one, the animals and the birds began suspecting each other. Yeah, after jackal's entry only, if you remember. The peace and harmony in the forest was disturbed. Yes, it was also after the jackal's entry. The moon came in the form of a sadhu. Second sentence. So when the total peace was disturbed, as we all know, all the animals were suffering a lot. Then sadhu has entered. Then the animals and birds requested the moon to help them. Do you all remember there were a couple of words like ohs and sobs. They were crying, they were screaming. Now, the sadhu talked to everyone in the forest. I was using the word that sadhu tried to patch up the relationships. The same thing happened here. Next you see the jackal did not like this, so it killed the sadhu. Right? Before that, sadhu approached jackal and was offering himself because he wanted to protect all the animals. He had his own plan. He had his own strategy. But next thing you see here, the stomach of the jackal bloated and then burst. Oh my God! It was bloated and then burst. As you know, Then the peace and harmony in the forest was restored. For the word restored, I was using other words also, re-established, revival you can say. So this is the sequence of the sentences, right? So you follow this particular sequence, this is the right answer. Then go to the next one. Page number 8, you have vocabulary. I repeat, page number 8, you have vocabulary part. So if you want to see this, what exactly is there in the textbook, I would like to show you even that also, right? So let us see this textbook here once. Yep. Here on the screen, this is page number 7 and page number 8 is under the exercises, like whatever the exercise that is provided under the vocabulary part. If we observe, the focus of this vocabulary exercise is adjectives. And as you all know, students, right, like since 4th class or 5th class, you have been learning these important areas of the parts of speech. Adjective is one of them. And adjectives you can observe. And in the very first session also, I have been emphasizing the importance of adjectives here. And I was also showing that, right, grammar in the grammar, adjective is an important part, first of all, in the parts of speech. And if you look from that point of view, there are many nouns that are used here, and each and every noun, if you observe, maybe you call deer, maybe you call tiger, jackal. For all these nouns, to emphasize and to describe, they made use of many adjectives. For example, you can see on the screen here, this is a textbook digital copy here. They heard a soft voice. So the voice, right, the word voice was modified by the word soft here. He was dirty and dangerous. The quality you can see here, whatever the underlined words you do have, these are all the adjectives. As you all know, adjective is a word that describes. The primary function of an adjective is description. So let's understand the adjectives, right, further clear with the slides here before you. Right, the students, you can focus here this vocabulary part. The focus is on adjectives. The primary function of an adjective is description of the nouns. So how do they describe? Let's see. Like these are all the descriptive adjectives: shape, size, age, right, color, taste, quality, quantity, number, origin, and material. And when you look at these particular varieties of descriptive adjectives here, dear students, try to make or try to construct one sentence, my dear, everyone, like based on color one. Let me go to the previous slide, second please. Okay? Yep. So look at this shape, right? For example, you take round, a round ball. Ball is a noun, round is adjective. Rectangular box. Box is a noun, rectangular is an adjective. I am sure that this is not a new concept to you, but try to think of application part. You know adjective as theory, adjective as a grammatical concept, right? Now try to think of the same adjective, right? All the adjectives, these are used in your peace and harmony chapter here. Now size, age, color, all these, right? Whenever you are at leisure, try to make your own sentences. Now how have they used and what is the exercise that is provided to us? Let us check here, right? Read the following sentences from the story. They heard a soft voice. These sentences, if you observe, they are there in the story. Now, it was easy for the jackal to hunt the smaller animals and birds. Easy and smaller. The jackal told the elephant, "You are the biggest animal in the forest." Biggest. Right? So, loveliest is here. The next slide. These are all the exercises. Comparison of adjectives. As we all know, 3 degrees of comparison we do have. Right? Positive, comparative, and superlative, right? Positive, comparative, and superlative. Let's look at some of the examples that are provided to you. See, Mohan is clever, Anil is cleverer than Mohan. Hope you observe, just focus for a second. These 2 sentences, do you find any difference in this? Yes, of course. Mohan is clever. Anil is cleverer than Mohan. So, in the very first sentence, only Mohan, we talked about the cleverness of Mohan, whereas in the second sentence, right, we have compared this cleverness of Anil with that of Mohan. So we have taken 2 persons in the second stanza and the first it was only one person, right? Let's further understand what exactly further they mean. You can look at this slide very clearly in the very first sentence what happened. Now this is all understanding the adjectives. Under the vocabulary area they give you adjectives. So further information I am trying to provide, I am trying to share with you. In the sentence one, a positive statement, no comparison is made. It's all about only one person, that is Mohan. Got it? Then adjective clever is called positive degree. We all know that, right? In the second sentence there was a comparison between Anil and Mohan. Then whatever the word that you have that is cleverer is in the comparative degree we call. So if you look at these words like clever, cleverer, cleverest, right? Long, longer, longest. Positive, comparative, superlative. These are the three degrees of comparisons, right? So if you look at degree in the sense like intensity. Intensity. If you think that this is tall, taller, tallest, just we are making the comparisons here. Adjective is meant for that. And in the sentence 3, more than 3 persons are compared in point of cleverness, right? So cleverest was used there. For example, you have seen that Mohan is the cleverest boy in the class if you use the word. So comparing Mohan with all the other students of the class. Then page number 9 you have before you, my dear students, right? This is page number 9 information. If this font is clearly visible, then fine. If not, if you open the textbook, just to make you understand that what are the important adjectives. They are given you the blanks. These blanks are filled with the suitable answers for your sake, right? You look at these sentences, right? Yesterday we went for a picnic to Nehru Zoological Park, which is one of the biggest zoos in the country, right? What is the instruction given? Read the passage carefully and underline all the adjectives, right? Adjectives and write the other degrees of comparison for them. Now, underlining part is done here on the screen, and other degrees of comparison you can find on the next slide. Okay? Look at this: biggest, cool, pleasant, money, large, tall, some, long, sweet, beautiful, happy. All these come under adjectives, because all these words, if you focus, these words are in some or the other way, at one or the other place, are highlighting or describing the nouns that are very close to it. Sometimes they may be attributive, sometimes they may be predicative adjectives. Okay? Now, for example, biggest zoos, talking about zoo, right? So this word biggest is before zoo, whereas here you see cool, this is after climate, right? After the climate. So here this word cool is saying something about the climate, but you can see that it is as a complement of the subject. You can observe here the climate, right, was cool. In that way, then go with the next slide. Right, the same words, my dear students. These you can see that I am giving you the comparative and superlative forms also. Big, bigger, biggest, cool, cooler, coolest, pleasant, more pleasant, most pleasant, many, more, most, large, larger, largest, tall, taller, tallest, long, longer, longest, some, more, most, sweet, sweetest, sweetest, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, happy, happier, happiest. Right? So this is very easy for you. I am sure that. Right? Then let's go to the next slide. The exercise that you have. See, on the very same page, you also have an exercise wherein they have given you the blanks. Read the following words. Each page has one word, and the other word is its opposite in meaning. What is that? Let's see. Fill in the blanks in the sentences below with the words opposite in the meaning to the one that is bolded letters. Right? So, in fact, the bolded form which is there, I've removed it. Got it? Now, the elephant's eyes are small, but its body is big. Right? This blank which is given is filled by us now. In fact, in the textbook you can find that this is small. Small is bolded. So, opposite to small, answer would be big. Got it? See, you can see the variety of exercises. Ultimately, the purpose of this exercise to master adjectives. So, exercise is given in variety of forms. That's it. The questions are asked here. So, opposite to small, you can see big. Then, in the second sentence, write happy. The animal's word happy is bolded originally in the textbook as an exercise. So, opposite to happy, sad. Third sentence, the giraffe's neck is very long, but its tail is short. So, answer is short that we have supplied. Originally the highlighted word was long. Right? Mangoes are sweet, but lemons are sour. So what is that it is highlighted? Sweet should be highlighted in the textbook. Right? Go with the next one. The coconut is a tall tree, but guava is a short tree. Coconut, tall. So tall is the word that was bolded. Short is the word that is the answer. Right? Go with the next slide. Page number 3. Sorry, page number 10. You have the first rule. What is the first rule? Let us see now. When we compare two persons or things which have the same degree of comparison quality, we use as and as. Is it right? As and as. When we compare two things which are of equal, right, quality, equal, right, same degree of quality, like as we use. So why do we have to discuss this part now? Page number 10 part. Why do we have to discuss? Let's go back to a second. Let's go back to textbook so that you will have the clarity here. So this was all about page number 10, right, dear students? Right, look at, this is the 9th one. Just now what we answered is this. Then you can look at the 10th page. Yep. So this is all to understand. My dear student, there is an exercise given to you. Right, here is some information about a group of pupils in 6th class. Got it? Now, based on this, you have to make 20 sentences. To make the 20 sentences, you should know how the comparison is made. Is that right? So, let us see, for example, one example he has made. Harini is as tall as Raghava. We shall see Harini. This is all about height. Harini's height is 4.9. Raghava's height is here 4.9. The same 4.9 and 4.9, as they are equal in degree. So that is the reason they have used the word as tall as adjective as. Right. Next one you see, Harini is not so heavy as Raghava. Let's see the weight. Harini's weight, if you see, 27, and Raghava's weight, if you observe, 28 kg. Then, if you observe, Harini is not so heavy. Is it true? Right. When there are unequal, when there is an unequal combination or comparison, then we can go with, right, not so as. Okay? Not so as. The same thing we shall have a discussion with the slide now. First of all, if you understand the information, then this exercise becomes easy for you. What are the rules to complete that exercise? So you can see on the screen now. First rule. When we compare two persons or things which have the same degree of quality, now as you have seen Harini and Raghava's height, then you can go with as and as. I repeat, sorry, as and as. Then example, Rahul is as intelligent as Sohan. Rahul is as intelligent as Sohan. This is not of the textbook. It is out of textbook, right? Now you see, Hari is as tall as Raghava. Later on you check. Students, you hold your textbook, open that exercise and check whether this example perfectly matches there. Okay? Next thing you see, second rule you have, comparing the persons or things unequal in quality. When they are not equal, right, your house is larger than mine. So obviously you can observe larger than mine in the sense, your house is larger than my house. Is that right? Then it is unequal comparison. When you have unequal comparison, right, you are going on the comparative degree. Then you see, Vamshi is older than Manoj. Outright you are going for the comparative degree. No problem at all, right? So older than, larger than, you are going for the comparative degree. Then you go with the third rule, comparing three or more persons or things. Example, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. More than 2, whatever you compare, outright we go with the superlative degree. Superlative degree here, by default you have to place an article, definite article the before the superlative adjective. So Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Sidhu is the heaviest boy in the group. Gopi is the youngest boy in the group. My dear students, these last two examples are related to the table. In fact, so the 20 sentences that you have to make, in the 20, almost 3 to 4 sentences are supplied here itself. Find here? Right. Then let us think of the next slide. Yeah, this is what is shown to you in the form of textbook now. So you have to change the same. Is that right? Right here. So Now page number 11. What is there on the page number 11? Shall we see in the textbook? Better. So this is the end, almost very close to the discussion of our, page number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. You can see here adverbs of frequency, right? The very important, and with which you can also make a normal situation. Adverbs of frequency. Here you are given a paragraph. And as you all know what are adverbs of frequency, right? We shall learn even that also. But please have a glance at the paper, at the screen. Here our small paragraph, followed by paragraph, right? You have a conversation. In the conversation, you have to fill the adverb of frequency that are given here. Always, never, often, seldom, sometimes. Any one of these. Okay? So, in this session, we are discussing only up to vocabulary and grammar part. We are not touching the writing part. Okay? So, let me make it clear, my dear students. Right? We shall learn briefly about adverbs of frequency. Is that okay? So, we shall go for the slide here. Right. Yep. You all can observe clearly? Right. See on the screen, adverbs of frequency. Adverbs, like generally you know that they are placed before the verbs. Often, always, regularly, usually, sometimes, frequently, rarely, ever, never. These show how often something happens. My father usually jogs. Right? My mom always prepares delicious dishes. Got it? He regularly attends the classes. You observe, whenever I am trying to use these adverbs of frequency, don't you think that I am trying to use before the verbs? He regularly attends. My father jogs. Right? So, in that way, you have to make it. Now, examples you try to construct with these words: often, always, regularly, usually, sometimes. Right? Now, let's think of this. Right? Look at the conversation between two friends, Murthy and Krishna. Fill in the blanks with always, never, often, seldom, and sometimes. My dear students, right? Please focus. They have their own meaning. They have their own explanation. Always cannot be never, never cannot be always, always cannot be seldom. But let us see whether they overlap in the meaning also sometimes. Right? You don't have the first sentence, Murthy's dialogue, you have conversation it is. Right? Murthy says, do you like reading books? Right? Krishna's answer, yes, very much. I always read books, a book a day. How about you? Now, just imagine why, right? Why, like I haven't used particularly only always. Can't I go for any other word? Indirectly, they have provided you a triggering word, clue. Got it? Yes, very much. Very much in the sense we have to take it in the positive sense, obviously. Then I have to go with always. Right? Then that made me to choose always. Then you think of Murthy. I like books too, but I sometimes read books, not always. See, this not always made me to choose, sometimes, not any other. Okay? If I use never, for example, does it fit? Because by default I have given you, like they have given you not always. So, sometimes is the right answer there. How often do you read books, Murthy? Once or twice a time. Now, if this is a question posed by Krishna, what about you, Murthy? How often? Oh, that's fine. Have you read Asura and Anand Neelakantan? Is a question. Then, for which answer is no, I haven't. I'll read it next month. How often does your brother read? Now, question is for the brother. What about your brother? Does he read? He seldom reads books. The last he read a book was 10 years ago. Seldom, very rarely. Very, very rarely. We can't use never because 10 years back this person was reading a book. Then, so that's the reason I made, like it is like seldom is appropriate here. Got it, dear students? So, now you all have understood one thing here, right? I thank you all and all the best. right? Prepare well, and you also check all these exercises that are before you. Once again, I'm suggesting you all these exercises you have to write in notes, hold the textbook, whatever the exercises that they are provided, along with the examples that they have provided. You have to read it back once again. Every chapter, make it sure that read loudly and read silently, in fact, because oral skills are very important, the pronunciation skills are very important, that would be nourished or grown over a period of time. Every day you have to spend sufficient amount of time in reading the text, right, in reading the poems and solving all the aspects of the grammar and the exercises, right? So we'll meet in the next section, right? Thank you. Wish you